there. And good afternoon. How are you?
Boy, I'll tell you, you take a week off, and you are so relaxed. You come back, and there is no doubt about it. You are back at work.
But you look so relaxed.
I was until we were...
Till the real world, you know, that stopwatch timing of this program. Did you have a nice time?
I had a wonderful time. I'll tell you, it was nice. It was not particularly restful. I was running around, finishing up the last-minute details, all the things that we put off until I'm a procrastinator, until they have to get done, and I have no other way of stopping in other shops just to look around, not for buying a gift, just to loaf around.
Well, you did it, though.
I did it.
Santa Claus was good.
Santa Claus was good to the children. He came. And
Nintendo lives.
Nintendo is going strong in my house.
Oh, I wish I'd bought stock in Nintendo. Oh, boy, do I ever.
It is incredible. It's not only young kids. My brother's home from college. He said all the college kids sit in those dorms. As we pay $20,000 for them to go to college, they sit and play Nintendo all afternoon. But it is really the rage across the ages. How was your Christmas?
Had a very nice time. It was very low on the electronics front, but a whole lot of family and friends and, you know, running around doing things this past weekend, too. So it was a nice time. Nice time.
Somewhat bittersweet, though. As you look at the home front here, things were relatively quiet and peaceful. As you look internationally, the events, it was very odd, the events that took place in Romania, and then the accident having to do with Billy Martin.
That's right. That's right. I think we'll touch on that in just a little bit. But before we do, why don't we set you up a little bit for the rest of the program to come, because we've got a busy day on tap for everybody as well. We're going to do a few reprise editions, among other things.
One gentleman that we brought to your homes during the Thanksgiving holiday, we're going to bring again for you today, and that is a gentleman by the name of Tony Randall. Now, if you are a fan of the television program The Odd Couple, then you are very familiar with the work of Tony Randall. But he goes way back into the early days of pictures. And he is currently on Broadway in M. Butterfly. I had an opportunity to talk with him about a new book that he has written.
Speaking of Broadway stars, we've got another one here. Rachael Graham is her name. She's in Meet Me in St. Louis, or Louis as the case might be, Louis. And she is a youthful star, a budding talent, and already getting some very wonderful reviews. And we'll be able to chat with her and find out what it takes to be a, well, I hesitate to say child star because she's on the brink of womanhood, but she's still a child star, I guess.
I know it requires, whether you're 10 or whether you're 50, it requires energy. The amount of traveling into the city back and forth. We're also going to address the issue of all those gifts that you have at home underneath the tree that you're not quite certain that you want to keep. Well, we've got Al Kirstein. He is here from the Better Business Bureau of Southwestern Connecticut, and he is going to give you all the information you need to know about what return policies different stores may have, and what you will need to know if there are certain packages that can't be returned.
And we're going to take a look at a leather fashion show today, too. We'll have that coming up.
Sure, we've got Mary Desnudis.
Right?
She is a designer out of Connecticut, and she is going to be giving us a glimpse of her fashions.
Also, as we've been mentioning, we have Al coming up. We also have Dennis Buckman, who's going to be visiting with us in just a little bit to do some reflecting on the life and times of Billy Martin, a very troubled character for a number of years, and yet a very great star, too. He really had it when he was a baseball player, and certainly had it from a managerial standpoint more frequently than he did not. But he did not leave people on the fence about him.
No, and that was one of those things. I'm not a baseball fan. Do not know much about baseball at all. Definitely know who Billy Martin was. There is. So we're going to look back at his life also today.
Tell you what, why don't we take a quick break if we could, and then we'll be back and we'll do some reflection with you in just a moment. Broadway debut in the role of Agnes Smith in the Broadway production of Meet Me in St. Louis. And previously our guest Rachael Graham has had off-Broadway experience, and now look out world, national experience on the TV and so forth. And now she's here with us on the Fairfield Exchange. It's nice to have you here.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Good to see you.
Thanks.
Get a couple of minutes off here with school vacation.
Yeah, I'm off for the week now.
You lucky devil. But you're not off from work, are you?
No. Yesterday was my day off, so I had the holiday off, and I have New Year's off because Monday is the day off. It's the day off for all of us in the show. But I have the show this week.
May I ask how old you are? I know it's impolite to ask a woman her age.
Just give him some kind of a diplomatic answer.
Old enough to know better.
That's right.
I'm 12.
You're 12 years old.
12 and a half today, really.
And how old is the character in the show?
The show takes place over a year, and she's Agnes, who is my character. She starts out is 9 years old, and then she becomes 10. So during the year, she's about 10.
So is this your first time doing work on Broadway?
Yes, yes.
Interesting experience, exciting experience?
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. The whole cast, we're really having a lot of fun. It's really great. We're all like big family. It's really a lot of fun.
Right, now, this is kind of interesting. Redoing a show that was a big success. It was on the tube recently. Of course, it was a big smash on the stage before this. What is that like, working with people who some of them may have even seen the original show, I suspect, some of the folks in there. Do they give you some insights into the character that you're playing and some idea more on how you should be playing a role?
Well, in the movie, my character has a smaller bit of the part. Her part is smaller in the film than it is in the show. But Agnes, she's a tomboy. She's a lot of fun to play. I'm not as much as a tomboy as she is.
In real life.
Right, but like she wants a hunting knife for Christmas and and that type of thing. But she likes animals a lot, and I like animals. But the film somewhat gave me an idea of how to be her, since I knew she was a tomboy. So I tried to put myself in that place and that time, and that helped me out.
How does a 12-and-a-half-year-old girl go to school in Connecticut and commute into New York and perform on stage at night and still look as fresh as you look and keep her eyes open? I would think that would be exhausting.
Well, it is a difficult schedule. It's Monday night and Sunday night I get a good night's sleep, because Sunday it's only a matinee show. So I get a good night's sleep then, and Monday night I get a good night's sleep since we have no show that night. But Tuesday night I get to sleep in until Wednesday, because I don't go to school on Wednesday because we have a matinee then. But Thursday and Friday are the killer days, as I say.
When do you usually get home? I would think in the morning hours.
12:30, about 12:30, 12:20. And if I wanted to take the bus to school, I'd have to wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning. But lately my mom, luckily, has been driving me.
Good old mom.
Yeah. So I've gotten to wake up at more like 10 to 7. So, and I sleep a lot in the car, and I do my homework in the car, and I sleep on the way home, and I sleep whenever I have a free minute.
Sounds familiar. I think we've gone through that before. Wednesday, you don't have school. Your matinee takes the place of that.
Right.
How do you make up for all the schoolwork that you're missing out on?
Well, my school, my whole school, the principal, the teachers, everyone's been really great. They've all been terrific. They've been so supportive. They've given me all the work either the day before or the day when I come back, and we usually go and get food from outside, like from a restaurant, bring it back in the theater, and we eat in between shows so I can finish my homework, and I do my homework after school on Tuesday as well as sleeping.
And how do you do in school?
Well, A's, B's, around there. So
Sounds
I've
pretty
kept
good.
up my...
That's fabulous.
What about your friends? How do they react to a Broadway star right among them?
Well, they all say, how's Broadway? But, I just like to be treated like a normal kid. I don't want to, be like, oh, she's on Broadway. Oh, my God. I just want to be treated normal.
Fit right in.
Yeah, and my friends have been great. I'm really glad that...
How do you have any time for friends or doing almost anything? It sounds like you're just running back and forth and doing your homework and so forth. You really have to make a conscious effort to keep your feet on the ground and see your friends and all that.
I have friends in my classes at school, or I see them at lunch or before school. Well, I usually get there right when school starts, since I come later.
No talking in class now.
Right.
Don't do that.
Do you have any idea how long the play will run, or are you signed to a certain contract?
Well, my contract is for 9 months until June, and I cannot leave until then. Not that I would want to, but and then I can renew the contract if I want to, and then I can give them a month's notice. I can leave if I get something else, or if I just want to leave. But we hope that the show's going to run a while, because it's a really good show. It's a good show for families to come and see.
There's not many of those around.
I was going to say, judging by the way things are going, it should run for a long, long time. Now, you could easily outgrow the part, though, couldn't you?
No.
You'll turn 13 in June?
Right.
You're not getting any younger, woman. You know that.
I know.
You're going to be playing old ladies next year, you know, from a 9 and 10-year-old to an old lady. What happens then? What do you do?
Well, if I do get too tall, then bye. Bye,
But there's plenty of plays. Would you like to continue to work on Broadway?
Yes,
On stage?
yes. But I hope that I won't get too tall too soon.
Well, there's plenty of different roles out there. How about television?
I'd like to do film, television, movies, and that sort of thing. I think that'd be a lot of fun, too.
We want to wish you all the best. We're really pleased to
Thank you.
have you take some time.
Congratulations.
From what you've got is an incredibly busy schedule to visit with us on the Fairfield Exchange. I'm sure a lot of your buddies at home like to see you there, and continued success. You're obviously doing very well indeed.
Thank you. You too.
Thank you, and have a very happy New Year, too.
You too.
And more for you coming up. Don't you get too tall either. We'll be right back.